Okay, I've never seen anything like this in my fucking life, dude. Okay, this is the real Rae Cassidy. Okay, beautiful, you know, brilliant musician. Okay, I mean, like one of the best musicians ever. I mean, no doubt. She was like 15. She wrote like 500 songs, and every one of them were awesome. And then she lost them, but it's like she's unbelievable. You know, she was writing music that was innovative and complex. Like she'd have like 20 tracks of vocals, and they were gorgeous. I mean, I'll play you this right now. Bluebird. And you know, so you see incredible, you know, music. And she was like 15 when she wrote that. So it's like, you know, she's unbelievable, and she's not signed, and or she might be. I don't know. I don't. She said she got signed a while back, but it's like she had she hasn't released anything, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so you know, she here. It looks like the industry's covering her up because if you look for Rae Cassidy, okay, Rae Cassidy, okay, result for Rae Cassidy, okay. Now, what you get here, okay, she finally does pop up right here. But, like, you know, you get all these first, and you see these, and then you click on this one, right? All right, you click on this one, and it's just some, who knows? I don't know. I've never seen it before. That's Cassidy Rae, okay? Cassidy Rae. They were covering up with that. Now you got this, and this chick is reminiscent of. You drag me down. You drink me up. I want to live it out. Show you I am. I want to give you love. Drag it out. The silence squirming up. I want to live it out. Show you I am. I want to give you love, but I can't forget the scars on my back. The love I once had. Okay, there's Sam Furman. And Rae used to be part of Sam Furman. Okay, and then they got this Oriental singer. Or, shit. They changed their style to more electronic sounding instead of like the uh, original sound they had with the horns and the Baroque type stuff. Anyway, so then you've got this. I know I've seen her before. I don't know who that is, but I've seen her before. And anyway, but then you go back and here Okay, you click on this, and it looks like Rae Cassidy, kind of. And then you get this. It looks like that could be her if she put on enough makeup and, you know, changed her hair and stuff. It looks like, what, did she go, like, you know, what happened? You know, you look at this, and you're like, is that her? You know, and you think that might be her, because she did have pink hair once, I think. I don't know. But then you see she's got a, you know, ring, and it looks, I mean, maybe if she put on enough makeup, you know, because she's got, like, the same type of body and everything, same type of hips with fairly large tits, you know, and kind of, you know, similar facial shape and everything. If she put on enough makeup, she might look like that. You know, is that her? You know, and then you go, and, oops, you go here, and then you find Rae Mystic. Okay, you go to Rae Mystic, and what do you get? And she's got this stuff, and you're like, okay, what's going on? You look for music, and you see this, Skin to Skin. Let's listen here. Into my eyes, squeeze my legs, bruise my thighs, 'cause that mark is evident. This is, I mean, I mean, that's obviously not her, you know, because, I mean, she does not, you know, I mean, you heard her sing, you know, and then you find there's a video, and that's making fun of this video here, where she was in the same position. Be My Baby. Okay.
The night we met, I knew I needed you so. And if I had the chance, I'd never let you go. So won't you say you love me?
It's kind of a combination of this and this other video where she's looking like really, if I can find it, oh shit, whew, man, she's looking beautiful there. Here it is. She's Chaos Bebop, where she's looking real sexy.
You'll be fine without me, and nobody's sorrier than I was been. We've been trying to complete two sides of this same story.
Okay, so you get the picture, you know. You come on this too, and then you kind of got, you know, this ridiculousness here making fun of her. You see, I mean,
Into my eyes, squeeze my legs, bruise my thighs, 'cause that mark is evidence.
God, I've never seen somebody. I mean, God, I've never seen a shit like that, man. That is ridiculous, dude. They're trying hard. I mean, I've never seen anyone cover anyone up like that, dude. Because, I mean, you know, I mean, the real Rae Cassidy's fantastic. I mean, she's unbelievable. You know, I mean, she's, you know, what's going on here? Oh, coupling, yeah. You know, she's a, you know, great musician, you know, and very beautiful. You know, obviously, You know, she's quite exquisite looking. You know, uh, she did have pink hair once. See, but you know, and they're playing on that with that other one. You know, right here. See, they're making fun of her like huge, and it's kind of a combination of her and I've never seen her with brown hair before. Huh. Kind of a combination of her and Audri Acuna. You see she has, you know, here she is, Audri Acuna.
Teardrops, crystalline eyes, I feel you burst into pulsing through my eyes. I never lost in a chorus. Lips feel electric, but I can't let it go. Stay inside my head. I can't feel good too. Seduce the night with me. We'll paint a loop down dream. Your laughter like my into a gushing stream in the eternity. I want to melt in love with you until we let this go. I'll see you under the best of me.
Extremely beautiful. I mean, unbelievable. You know, I mean, you know, the most beautiful chick. I mean, unreal, dude. You know, I mean, she's, you know, just drop dead perfect, you know, pretty much. And it's just like, you know, I mean, and she's got all that goth stuff going on that the other one's kind of like making fun of. You know, it seems like. And, you know, she's got a nose ring, and Rae has a little stud nose ring, which I kind of prefer. But you know, Audri's, you know, she's doing all this stuff, and you take Rae Cassidy, and you combine her with Audri Acuna, and then you ugly her up a good deal. You ugly her up and exaggerate things, and you get, see, that's kind of like that. Oops. See, we're kind of making fun of her there, but they're mixing it, you know, they're mixing it up with Rae. So they're kind of making fun of both of them. And, you know, it's like, I've been, you know, I mean, it's pretty, you know, ridiculous. The industry, you know, there's two ways it could be. Because you know, Rae has, you know, she refused, like I wrote her a few times, just to, you know, offered to write some string music for her. And she pretty much, you know, she just ignored me. And, I don't know. But I've been promoting her some, you know, on my Facebook, whatever, you know. It's like, you know, I think she's fantastic musician. And, you know, I think she's, you know, unbelievably gorgeous woman, you know. And, but she's just like, you know, she pretty much tell you just have a dick, you know. So, I mean, and then you've got, you know, Audri Acuna. And you know, I wrote her 2 books. And, but, you know, I've sent her 1,000 letters, literally. So, I mean, I don't know, you know, she won't talk to me anyway. But, you know, so I don't know. Maybe she was making fun of me when we talked about getting married. You know, I don't know. She seems, you know, she's either, you know, just crucifying me, you know, continually over the fact that I didn't immediately, like, you know, I was 33, and she said she was 16, but she was actually 18, but she lied to me and told me she was 16, so I was like, you know, you gotta wait. We can't get married right now, you know? And I was like, you know, I mean, she's the most incredible chick, you know, in the world, you know, pretty much.
It's a lot of money. That's me. That's me. That's me.
I've been wanting to marry her for like 12 years, and it's like she she you know she's either like totally spiteful because I, you know, turned her down at 16 when she was telling me how much she loved me and wanted to get married and everything, and you know I wanted to too, but you know I thought she, you know, she told me she was 16. If I'd have known she was like almost 19, you know, 19 and 33, you know, it's kind of like, well, look at them, you know, they're great together, you know. But 33 and 16, that's like, hey, now, ha, 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 you know, that's fucked up, you know. And that's, you know, that's how I felt about it, you know. It's like, there's no fucking way. That's, you know, 16 isn't even grown, you know. And, like, you know, she lied. And it's like she's continually crucifying me for, you know, not jumping on her when she was 16. It's like now she's 28, so she might realize, oh, you know, he was right, you know. You know, and I didn't play bass. You know, she invited me to play bass in Monroe, but I had the fire career and a record company going on. So at the time, so I refused. You know, and I mean, she was. You know, I thought she was 16. You know, 33-year-old playing with 16-year-olds is kind of fucked up. You know, she wouldn't do it either. Now she's 28. She's realizing. You know, it wasn't because the music wasn't good. The music was fucking amazing, but she thought, I guess, because she quit, she disbanded it, like very shortly afterwards. I guess she just thought they weren't that great. I don't know, and it was just like, what the fuck. You know, she wasn't taking into account that I thought she was 16. I was 33 years old, you know. So she's just like constantly crucifying me. And like, you know, either that or she's just like one of those like chicks that thinks romance is just utter bullshit and thinks that anyone who, you know, and she was just making fun of me the whole time because she put up the frames and we talked about frames earlier and she put up a picture of her looking for frames. I was like, oh, she's trying to tell me something. And I asked her, and then she was like, just immediately went into an outpouring of like how much she loved me and wanted to get married. And you know, I took it seriously, but maybe she was, you know, pulling my chain. It's just like kind of making fun of my shit, like that's what you expect. And it's just like, and we both wanted to get married, so we made plans for later. And when she was 23, because I had rules at the time where I was 33, and I had a rule not to date anyone under 25 unless they were genius, and then I would make an exception for 23. But you know, she said she was 16 when she was actually 18, and I mean, knowing her, you know, if we'd have kept in touch, which you know we didn't for some reason, she cut me off. But we, you know, I would have found out, you know, she was 18, and you know, her being polymath. I mean, she's brilliant at piano, vocals, composition, you know, lyrics, poetry. I mean, she's genius at all of it. So I mean, it's like I'd have probably made an exception for 19, but she cut me off. So you know, I didn't see her for another 6 years, and she came when she was 23. But I thought, you know, at that time she would be 21, so I didn't expect her to come. Actually, I mean, I did hear a voice. Actually, I heard a voice in my head that said, Audrey Acuna is coming to visit. I was like, Audri's coming. We're gonna get married. And I was real happy. And then I saw her, and I thought, hey, that might be Audri. She looks completely different, but it's been 6 years. That might be her. And I went, and she was playing songs, and I mean, it's the sweetest thing in the world. I mean, I've never heard anything so sweet in my life. I mean, she came to visit me while I was on the streets, broke, in despair, had nothing, half insane, and I mean, more than half insane. I mean, I'm still more than half insane, but I mean, I managed, and she came singing songs about Christ. It was beautiful, and but I asked her, hey, are you Audri Acuna? She said, well, my name is Audri. Like, I got the first part right. And then I said, are you from Texas? She said, Minnesota. I was like, oh, and then my mind shut down because I was so disappointed. And, I blocked every possibility on an unconscious, subconscious, and conscious level of Audri coming to visit. So things went awry. And I didn't recognize her after that at all. And even when she said she was Audri, I didn't believe it because I had asked her before, and the, person I thought she was, because she looked completely different even in the face. I mean, her hair was different. It was brown and curly. It was, her skin color was different. Her attire and mannerisms were completely different. And even her face was like, her facial set was like completely different. I did not recognize her at all, because I mean, she had a completely different face, and, so I mean, she got, I ended up thinking she was CIA because someone was trying to kill me with a sniper rifle, and I thought, they were trying to set me up. She was wearing my shirt that I gave to a secondhand store in North Carolina 6 years earlier, and we were in Anchorage, and she was, later supposedly from Texas. So I thought, okay, they've been watching me, and they're trying to pretend that, they sent someone pretending she's Audri Acuna so they can set me up for another shot. Anyway, so I wasn't real nice to her, but I mean, she did a lot of weird stuff. So I mean, I don't know she was real spiteful, I guess, because I didn't, instantly start smooching, which I wish I had, because I mean, I still want to marry her, and I hope she still wants to marry me. I think she does. So, I asked her, I sent her, here recently, email. String them, telling her, I do anything she wants, no matter what it is. I do exploits for her. As long as she'll marry me, I'll do anything, and I mean anything. Except for something desecrative, perverse, or self-mutilative. So I'll do anything, I'll capture vampires. I'll knock their teeth out and give them to you, or I'll capture a starship, take over France, whatever you want. Anything, and she, I said, just write me and tell me what you want. And, well, she didn't write, but she put this up. Look how beautiful she is. Perfect. Actually, perfect beauty. Perfect prettiness. Don't ever. So, needless to say, I need to make some money. Anyone help? She is, has some of the most beautiful music I've ever heard. she's an unbelievable chick. I mean, look at her. She's just like perfectly gorgeous. Anyway, now you've got this. I mean, this shit is ridiculous, dude. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in my fucking life, dude. This is like the most utterly like worst mockery I've ever seen, dude. I mean, it is something else. I mean, Rae Cassidy, you know, is, you know, unreal, you know, beautiful, you know, just like the most, you know, one of the most talented people on earth, you know, and it's, I mean, it really is just crazy. I mean, you know, and, you know, I mean, you can listen to her music is unbelievable. I wish she had more of it up. I wish she had more outlets. She's got like a couple albums. I've got one or two of them. I mean, I went over it in videos before, you know. What is this? I've never seen a show like that. Is that Rae? Ah. Yeah, and Ellis Klein's badass. Yeah, he's great. The Gorillas, huh? Anyway, yeah. So there's Rae. You know, I mean, wow. You know, I mean, unbelievable. You know, and I mean, you know, she's just like, you know, she's just a totally beautiful chick, except for her mental attitude, which is horrific. Some, you know, I mean, it's just like she's like outside the most unbelievable creature, you know. And you know, she got in my heart once with her music, you know. And I mean, and a spirit of beauty that was so intense. It was like this light of beauty in my heart. When she in the one song here, I'll play it for you, where she says, "You trusted me," you know.
Somehow I feel that you still love me too. You tell it and you're angry. I lost you when I was wrong with the blues. But I could trust you. You thought you could trust
She got into my heart in that moment, and it was just like this incredible beautiful light in my heart, and it was her. It was definitely her, and I just burst out crying because it was just so beautiful, you know. But like, you know, and that's the exception, you know. Deep down, you know, her spirit is gorgeous. I mean, and that's, you know, also, you know, reflects her work. Look at her work, unbelievable chick. But she, you know, I don't know, something to do. I don't know. Maybe it's society, like, you know, taking over, you know, the extensions of her mind. I don't think so though, because I mean, I don't know, man. She's just like super fucking part of her. I don't know what it is, dude. She's super fucking molested, like super rude, mean, cruel, like rapist type. It's like, I don't know what it is, you know. I know she got mixed up with Ray Gyllenhaal. Look at that shit. See? Years ago. You know, I told her about him back. You know, she was all on about Donnie Darko. And I told her, like, look, the dude's not straight. You need to, like, watch yourself. You know, because I knew, because of the Indian, like, the, you know, in the movie theater, there was, you know, he was in there with, because I saw a film with, what's her name? Shoot. I can't remember her name. It had Marilyn Manson. She was Marilyn Manson's girlfriend. I saw her over at a friend's house. I can't remember her name, but, you know, she's really hot. And he was in it, and her other boyfriend, and they were doing sandwiches with her. Like, I mean, you know, I hate saying sandwiches because I mean, you know, people, you start making a sandwich in the kitchen, and then you say sandwich, and then it starts relating to this kind of sick fucking shit. And so I mean, they were fucking her one from each side, and they were going on about how their balls were rubbing together. I mean, just utterly fucking goddamn bisexual nastiness. And he was the same Indian in the theater with Jake Gyllenhaal, and he said some subtextual shit, and I knew that, you know, that was indicating that Jake Gyllenhaal was bisexual. And I told her that, trying to, you know, keep her from, you know, being disappointed. And then, you know, what happens? He's in a gay cowboy movie, so you know, she refused to let go of that shit. So it's part of her mind, and that, you know, once a chick is like holds one of those guys above other guys, you know, you have romantic feelings for a woman or respect for her, and she holds that shit above, she just rapes your ass. You know, 'cause she wants to conform you to them, and, you know, and that's kind of what's going on there. But anyway, you know, otherwise, and love wins. My fucking ass, fucking goddamn perversion wins. You know, but I mean, in the end, love will win, but it won't be through a fucking, you know, gay pop fucking rainbow. But anyway, so there you have this, and then you got this fucking bullshit, you know.
We could coming out, got my flash on a true. Need that picture of you, it's so magical.
I mean,
We'd be so fantastical.
this stuff, I mean, it's just like horrible. You know, it's just like, you know, yeah, and you've got this picture here. Look at it. You know, they're in a royal palace, and there's a thing of, you know, someone having their head chopped off and, you know, gooey water, pink shit coming out of it. You know, it's just like, what the fuck. You know, it's obviously making fun of Rae, you know, and Audri too. You know, and they're spending money on this shit. You know, I don't know who's doing it, but someone's making fun of their shits. You know. And, you know, why, I don't know. You know, probably just to cover them up, you know, and to mock them just because it's fun. And they've got plenty of money to do so because they get it from the Federal Reserve, you know. And then you have this, you know, there's rainbows, you know. And it's just like, you know, what the fuck. You know, rainbows again. And, you know, it's just like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they're making fun of her for the precise reasons that I said. I don't know. But anyway, you know, there's the real one, and she's, you know, really fucking awesome. You know, except for how she treats, you know, love and respect. How she treats love and respect is fucking horrible. Copeland, so it's good. She always sounds good with them. You know, she's like, I mean, just watch this. I mean, anyway, I don't know. She's, whew. God. I mean, it's unbelievable, dude. I mean,
In my room, till a whisper reaches through, and it's got a lot to say.
yeah. I wish I'd have wised up in my 20s, man. You know, but you know, my main girlfriend, you know, she was incredibly hot, you know, and she had a great sense. She was real cool, you know, but it's like she didn't ever work on anything, didn't have any talents, and she ended up getting jealous and trying to ruin my life because she never worked on it. She didn't know how to work, you know. She just, you know, pretty much just got by on her, you know, hotness, I guess, and her intellect, you know. She's smart, and she had, you know, incredible energy, but she's just like, you know, she didn't know how to apply it to anything except, you know, sex, basically. And she was really funny, She was a great chick to be with, Tom, but she's turned into a witch now. So I mean, it's just horrible, Christine Hanneman. But anyway, so there we go. Let's see here. Let's go down this list here and see if we can find more pictures of Audri that are incredibly beautiful. And she likes to disguise herself because she can change her looks a whole lot. So, I mean, she likes to, like, sometimes I think she's like an agent. But she's like, she can change her looks to, I don't know where she gets her money. Because she goes from Boston to Berlin to Austin and San Antonio all the time. And she might actually also be living in California. In fact, who knows? She might just be like an industry. Actually, no, she's not because they're making fun of her. I would think perhaps that she was like an industry, someone that the industry uses to fuck with guys like me. Because they do some severely fucked up shit to me. They filled the jail full, people. Like, I've never been to jail where anybody could sing worth a shit. And in the trustee pot, half those guys could sing, match the radio. And one of them was a vampire, they were not like usual, people. They were extremely just so fucking rude. They'd be like, I've heard what they talk like constantly. You hear in jail maybe someone say once in other cells. Because usually people be fighting. If you were talking to them like that, it's just utter disrespect for each other constantly. And it's just like, one of the nurses was like, I never get this from regular inmates. I never have this much trouble with regular inmates. I'm club fed, trying to tell them they were being obvious, So, I mean, it's fucked up what they did, man. And, they do all kinds of fucking crazy shit. And, I mean, just look at this shit. Look, I mean, Rae Cassidy, and I mean, how can you St. Paul, Minnesota? Well, this isn't a new one. Who's this? Rae Cassidy updated. How do you fix a tuba with tuba glue? That's fucked up. How do you fix a tuba? Tuba glue. That's popped up since. I don't know what the fuck that is. Anyway, but you get this, and it, you think maybe what the hell happened to Rae? Did she fucking freak out and like change everything about herself? Start wearing makeup to make herself look different, and then is she like trying to imitate Audri? What's going on here? And then you go to the Rae Mystic, and it's just like utterly freaking photography looks. Let's see, family and maternity. So we got here Christina Applegate. Performances. Oh, I guess she does her own. She's okay. She's the one doing the photography. And this can't be a real chick, dude. I mean, this singing is so bad, dude. And think what she's saying here. I mean, it's like making fun of both Rae and Audri both, because I mean, Audri has, this one song and talks about, tattoo, and I don't, it's, one lyric that seems kind of out of place for Audri, because usually Audri has like its perfect taste. It's just like, and I didn't know what she was talking about. Was she talking about getting tattoos together? Was she talking about the mark of the beast? But I figured, she was talking about because like, show until the end of the world or whatever. And, I don't know if that's what that, but I mean, it's exactly, the same position Rae's in this other two videos, and it's just like, what the fuck, it's crazy what they're doing, man. And it's like, seems to be based around me, because it's like, these are two chicks that I've like, it's one of the reasons that Audri's so spiteful towards me is because of Rae Cassidy. Because when we first talked on the phone, first time we talked, I said, when she was in Monroe and I heard stuff, and I said, yeah, I've never heard, anyone as good as you at such a young age. And then I said, besides Rae Cassidy. And then she's been trying to rake me over the coals ever since because she wants to be thought I was the best and everything. And it's just like I didn't mean Rae was better. I just meant she was just as good. It's like they were the two of the most talented chicks I've ever heard. They're definitely the most talented chicks I've ever come across in my life. Besides the little you have an 11-year-old girl playing Jason Becker, which for a long time people thought nobody could play it except Jason Becker. And then a couple of women played it in their 20s for Jason Becker, actually. And shoot. A couple of women played it for Jason Becker, and then, we realized it was playable. So a lot of people started playing, but nobody this young. I mean, look at this. This is 11-year-old. It's practically a toddler, cutting your head like, lopping heads off left and right. I mean, like 12 years old, and she's good or better than I was when I was like, 18. In some ways, she might even have some shots on me now. It's unreal. These kids are like fucking good. And it's just like, you have Rae Cassidy, and what's this? This is what makes me wonder here. That was like that was right after I tried to get a hold of her, and I thought maybe I don't know, maybe the industry had paid her to try and entice me or something, or fuck with me, try and get me obsessed with her, and it's just like maybe she didn't really want to do it, and maybe that's why they're making fun of her now because she wouldn't, I don't know. It's possible, So I mean, anyway, it's crazy. The industry is a nut.